Hi, Teacher Flavia here again. Very excited to have you back. I'd like for us to continue from where we stopped while we're looking at a teacher as a learner. And I want us to expound on ways in which a teacher can be able to learn within the school environment. And so today I'm basically just going to share how you can be able to learn within the school environment and be able to get yourself better, not just for you, but also for your learners. The first thing is that a teacher needs to be able to reflect on their practice. How is that learning? I am going to let you know how. So, we know when we are writing our lesson plans, at the bottom there is a section for lesson evaluation. If you are a teacher, you know what I am talking about. And many times in that section, we say lesson taught. Actually, I know a few teachers who would even fill in the lesson evaluation section even before the lesson ends. And they are saying lesson taught. See, the purpose for that section is for you to sit down and analyze what went wrong, what went right, what can I do better in my next lesson to ensure that it is better than the one that I taught the previous time. That is self-reflection. That is reflection in order to grow, in order to learn. That you can sit down by yourself as a teacher and look at a lesson and identify, I think I could have brought those materials in time, or I should have brought in real materials instead of using a chart. Maybe I should have planned group activities for the learners. I think in my next lesson, I will plan better. I will have this activity done this particular way. That is a teacher who is using self-reflection in order to get better. The second is observing for feedback. Now, this is not a practice that we normally have. I mentioned in my previous video that sometimes we have challenges with having people in to observe us. But we need to get to a point where it is okay to have somebody come in to observe you. Are you or can you be the teacher? I am Teacher Flavia. I walk to Teacher Betty and tell Teacher Betty, you know what? Come to my classroom. I want you to come and observe my teaching. I want you to see how I am teaching. Tell me what I am doing well. Tell me what I need to improve. When it is not a requirement from your supervisor, but it is coming from you as a teacher because you want to get better. When Teacher Betty comes in to observe Teacher Flavia, Teacher Betty notes the things that Teacher Flavia is doing well, and Teacher Betty notes the things that Teacher Flavia is not doing well. And after the lesson, they sit down. Teacher Betty tells Teacher Flavia, you did this well, but this one you need to improve. And Teacher Flavia takes that feedback well and uses it to become better. Oh, what a teacher! That is a teacher who would like to learn. They are seeking their own growth. They are seeking their own improvement. Oh, how beautiful that is. The second way is you seeking feedback. The third way is you going into another person's classroom and observing them to see what they are doing right. All right, you're observing them for the good practices so that you can be able to take them on. Now, if I am Teacher Flavia, I will walk to Teacher Betty and tell them, Teacher Betty, I noticed that you have very nice group activities with your learners. I am struggling in that area. Hey, I am struggling in that area. I would like to come and observe how it is that you are doing it. Teacher Flavia walks into Teacher Betty's classroom, sits and observes how Teacher Betty is actually being able to implement the group activities. She takes notes, asks questions after the lesson, and she goes back and she tries it out in her classroom. Oh, she is getting better because she has been able to see how somebody else is doing what they are doing. Friends, dear teachers, in our schools we have multiple strengths. Teachers are good at different things. If we can work together, if we can be secure, we can be able to grow together as a faculty. Growth and learning does not only involve you going back to school. That is good. But I pray that we can be the teachers that seek to get better in our practice, whether we are going back to master in something or we are at our campus. That a senior teacher is learning new techniques of teaching from a junior teacher, is learning new techniques, new technologies from a junior teacher, and a junior teacher is learning from the experience of a senior teacher. And we are having faculties that are growing together, schools where the team is growing together. And do you know who benefits at the end of the day? The student. Our students will benefit because we are embracing growth within our schools. I hope and pray that with those three things I have shared, you being able to reflect on your practice, you being able to observe, have someone observe you for feedback, and you observing someone for new techniques, if you can be able to try those things and be open to learning, you will be able to see improvement in your practice. We shall be able to see growth, and we shall be able to see faculties and staffs that are moving together and moving our children forward because they have chosen to be teachers as learners. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.